Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Yes, I'm finally making a video. And honestly, I should have had this video posted long before today, but I really don't have no good excuse for not posting except to say that I was kind of in a severe state of depression here lately. I just haven't felt good, not physically ill, but just kind of down and depressed and just not in really a mood for getting on camera. Feel my I can't even talk. That's how messed up I am. Anyway, I do have a winner. I have some things here I need to go over with you. I also have some photographs I want to show you that kind of tie in with my video. And so let me get on to it. Okay. Two truths and a lie. I worked in a nursing home as a dietitian. I used to work as a darkroom tech. I used to work in a baby chicken hatchery. Okay, I think I'm going to just go ahead and get over here on the page where I have everything wrote up. I have did a video earlier. In fact, it's 2 years ago when I first started my channel that told about some of these jobs that I've mentioned in here. And if you want to watch that particular video, you can go back and see it. It's called 10 Jobs I've Had. And it was posted on March 1st, 2021. And I have notes here about everything that I'm going to go over with you. I did used to work in a nursing home, but it was not as a dietitian. So that was actually the lie. I worked in the laundry room as a laundry aide. And then the other two things were actually the truth. I want to show you, I do have pictures here. Now, I hope that you can see these pictures on this video here. This is actually a picture of the hatchery where I worked at when I was vaccinating the little baby chicks. I'm trying to make it where there's not a glare on it. It was called Swiss Hatchery. It's not Swiss Hatchery anymore because they were actually bought out by Tyson's Food, which I know a lot of you are familiar with. And then here I want to show you, here's a crate full of little baby chicks. This is how they came to us in the factory when we actually vaccinated them. And then here's the racks that they were put on after we vaccinated them when they were loaded onto the truck to go to the processing plant or the hatchery or the hen houses. Actually, they were loaded out to the hen houses where they actually raised them. Okay, now the next question was about pets that I've had in my life. I have had 3 horses, and I did once raise parakeets. I've never had a fainting goat. I had the 3 horses I had a registered walking horse, a gelded roan named Smokey, and a bay mare named Molly. The walking horse's name was Scotty's Gay Lad. Now, I didn't name any of these horses. They already had the names when I got them. And I did raise parakeets because I was trying to breed and get an all-white parakeet, which I was able to do. I have some pictures here I want to show you. This first picture, this is actually me and my gaited walking horse. This is Scotty's Gay Lad. That's me there. The blonde hair back in the 70s. Look how skinny I was. And this is my gaited walking horse. This is actually the very first horse that I got. This is Smokey, and he's a gelding. And then there is the second horse that I got was Molly. This is her here, out in a field gazing. Once again, I'm trying to get the glare off it so that you can actually see these pictures a little better. And then this last picture is just me riding on Molly. And if you'll notice what I'm wearing, I have on a halter top, a pair of shorts, short shorts, and boots. Yeah, that's what I wore when I went horseback riding because I like to get a tan back in them days. So a halter top and short shorts was perfect for riding and getting a tan. Wasn't too very good for keeping the chaps off your thigh from the saddle burn, but that's another story. And I also have pictures here of some of my parakeets. This is one of the parakeets that I had that was very well trained. He's out of his cage and he's in a little bird bath on the coffee table taking a bath. It's not a very good picture. You can't really even tell that there's a bird in there. But that little bird was very well trained. He talked. He knew his name. He knew my name. And he was actually allowed out of his cages to go pretty much wherever he wanted. And this is a picture of another bird that I had. This is a better picture. This is one of the parakeets that I had. I think this is one of the little girl parakeets that I raised. And then, of course, like I told you, I've never had a fainting goat. I don't know anything about goats really, except I've seen videos of the fainting goats online, but I don't know anything about them. Okay, and the next question was about sewing. I have made a lot of my own patterns, and I did make my own wedding dress. It was all red satin because I got married on Valentine's Day. I also have a video on that if you'd like to see it. It's called Happy Valentine's Day, and I actually posted that video on February 14, 2021. And I talk about my wedding and I show pictures, which I'm going to show you some more pictures here. This is the picture of the wedding dress that I actually made. Hope you can see it. It was floor length all the way to the floor. Red satin, as I said. And once again, if you go and watch that video, there's more pictures of it. And then here's a photo that I took from the back of it where you can actually see. And the false answer to that was I've never made my own shoes. Now, that's counting the sewing them on a sewing machine. I have made house shoes with knitting and crocheting because I can do that. But I have never made any taking leather and sewing it on a machine. Okay, and I have made a lot of my own patterns. I actually had have posted some of the video pictures in my community tab of Halloween costumes that I made for the kids when they were growing up. And the next one was about cars. I can drive a stick shift. I used to own and drive a sheriff's police car. It still had the spotlight on it. It was really fun. And my uncle gave it to me. I've never owned a hearse, but I've always wanted to have one. That's probably weird, but I've just always wanted to have a hearse, mainly because they're like an extra large station wagon. And if you go to yard sales and haul a lot of stuff, you got plenty of room for the hauling. I do have a picture here of the police car. It was an Interceptor police car. It's kind of a moldy, kind of a beigey, yellowy look. That's it right there. It was a 1970, I think, model Mercury sheriff's car, and my uncle gave it to me. I didn't keep it very long. I ended up trading it off for another vehicle. And that was the only picture, really, that I could find of it. Now, the next question was about my body configurations. I'm not double jointed, so that was the lie. I can roll my tongue, and I do have a bump on my head. And I've also posted a video about this, if you want to learn more about it, called 5 Odd Things About My Body That You Won't Believe. And that was posted on September 13, 2021. So if you want to go and watch that video, I will actually show you the bump on my head. And I think I show you where I roll my tongue. And the next one was about coloring my hair. I've never had purple hair, so that's actually the lie. And I'm not double jointed. That was the lie in the last one. I have had my hair pink, and I've had my hair red. I've had my hair pretty much every shade except for purple and blue, maybe, and yellow. I've had it green, I've had it black, I've had it red, I've had it blonde, I've had it streaked, I've had it frosted, I've had it different shades of brown, different shades of red, different shades of blonde. I've had it long, I've had it short. I pretty much did everything there is to do to your hair. And I have, in October, I like to go pink in support of breast cancer awareness. I do have a video posted on this thing. It's called Pink Up for Breast Cancer Awareness and Crying Out Loud Mail. And I actually posted that on October 31st, 2022. So if you want to go and watch that video, you can actually see the pink that I have put in my hair. Now, the next question was about my family. I am not the oldest in my family. That was the one that was a lie. I do have a large family. I am the second oldest. I do have a set of twin brothers. One of them has passed away, but all my other siblings are alive and around different places. I'm going to have some pictures here to show you. This is a picture of my twin brothers. The one standing up in the top with the glasses on, he's the one that passed away. And as you can tell by looking at these pictures, they don't look nothing alike. They're not identical twins at all. Now, they did look alike when they were little. I had some pictures of them as a baby. I should have dug those out and showed you. I did have some pictures of them as babies. And then I have a picture here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 7 of the 9 of us kids. There's 2 of them missing. One of the twin brothers is missing, and my oldest brother. So actually 2 of my brothers are missing in that. Let me see if I can get it without bad glare on it. That's me over there, right here. That's me with blonde hair. If you look, you'll see. Such a glare on this. The girl standing next to me is my oldest sister. I'm right under her. And the only boy in the picture is the one twin. And then the other 4 are younger sisters. I didn't have a whole lot of pictures of us together as a family because it seems like once you get married and move out on your own, it's really, really hard to get all your siblings together. Now, let's see. Number 8. Green and Chinese are the truths. My favorite city is New York. That's actually a dream of mine, is to always get to go and visit New York. There's just something about New York that's always fascinated me. I know a lot of movies are made there. Maybe that's what it is, because I love to watch movies. But I've always been fascinated by New York. Number 9. This is about my wicked back past. I'm not like this anymore, y'all. But this was just something I put in there for a little bit of variety. I have never been in jail, so that was actually the lie. Although I probably should have been for a lot of the things that I did. I grew up in a time of the 70s when the hippies and the time of peace and free love and communes and signs and all that. Did smoke a little pot in my younger days. I'm not a big fan of it. I never was a big pothead. And at one time in my earlier days, I did do some shoplifting. And number 10, I have lived in Topeka, Kansas, and I have lived in Alamogordo, New Mexico. I have never lived in Oklahoma, although I have passed through it. Living in Topeka, Kansas, and Alamogordo, New Mexico was when my husband was stationed in the military, and those were the places we were stationed. And I had a picture, but I couldn't find it in my photo album, when I lived in New Mexico, of the military base housing that we lived in. And I may have posted this in one of my other videos, I don't know. But anyway, it was a trailer park. There were 100 trailers in there. Every single trailer was exactly the same. Same color on the outside. I don't know about the inside because I wasn't inside of all of them. And your rate of pay for what you paid on your rental based on how many stripes you had. So like we lived next door to a guy who had several stripes more than my husband at the time. Their trailer was identical to ours, but they paid more rent than we did because we were lower ranking. Now I want to give you some information about the videos before I announce the winner. I know that's what y'all are waiting for, so just hang in there. I'm getting to that. This particular video had 106 views, 27 likes. That's not a very high ratio of likes. Only 13 comments. Not even half the amount of comments. And out of those comments, only 4 people actually entered the giveaway. Now, I was thinking back on this, and that may have to do with because some of the people that, in that 106 people that viewed it, might have been some of my new subscribers, and they felt like they weren't familiar with me, on some of the things, so they didn't even try to enter. But if you fast forward 10 years into the future, those people would know me well enough they could probably enter a contest like this and try to win it. But then again, on the other hand, 10 years from now, I'm going to have new subscribers then, if I'm still living and still doing YouTube, that aren't going to know me. So therefore, it doesn't really matter how well you knew me. Take a chance, enter anyway, because you have a 1 out of 3 chance of getting it right, even if you guess. So that was just my take on it. That out of 106 views, only 4 people entering. Okay, now I have a breakdown back here on the people that entered and the winners. Mia Self entered, Brian Pirandy entered, Kathy Gurney entered, and Plain Vanilla Grandma. These are the 4 people that entered, and I didn't have anybody that got all the questions right. I didn't have any people that tied on answering the same amount that were winners. I did have a tie, but they weren't the high answers. I had 2 people that got 3 of them right, so that was the tie, but that wasn't the most. I had 1 person that had 5 of them right, but that wasn't the winner. The winner was a person that got 6 of them right, and that person was Carol Wallace, Plain Vanilla Grandma. So she is actually the winner of this giveaway, and I will be getting, Carol, I already have your address, so there's no need for you to email me. I will get your stuff packaged up, and as soon as the weather gets good enough to where I can get out, there's still a lot of ice out there on the roads. My sidewalks out in front of my house are glazed over with ice. I haven't been out of the house in days because I'm actually scared to get out and try to walk on it for fear that I'll slip and fall and break a bone. When I let the dogs out in the backyard to go to the bathroom, they've been sliding down the steps because it's slick out there too. So as soon as the weather gets to where I can travel, Carol, I will get your package to you. I do want to say thank you to all who entered. I don't think I have any more stuff on here than I need to tell you. So that is the answers to my 2 Truths and a Lie video. Thank you so much for coming and visiting and listening to me. And y'all come back and see us any old time. Bye for this one.